As a woman, have you ever been in a relationship with a man who seemed so seriously into you until you start talking about the future? One moment he is calling you his queen, testing you all day. The next, he is distant, avoiding serious talks, and suddenly he is not ready for a relationship. What just happened? Was this something I said? You are left confused. Was he ever serious? Or is he just afraid of commitment? Today, we are digging into mystery that has left countless women heartbroken and confused. Why are men so afraid to commit? Before you waste your months, even years, waiting for a man to commit, you need to hear this. And listen, this is not about making excuses for men who waste your time. This is about understanding the truth behind commitment fear so you can finally see the signs and protect yourself. Now, this is the part 1 of the 10-part series on fear of commitment. And trust me, what you're about to learn will shock you. Stay with me because by the end of this series, you will know exactly how to tell if a man is truly or if he's just not into you. Let us expose the truth right now. This is part 1. Why are men afraid of commitment? You think he likes you, but the moment things get serious, he pulls away. Why? What makes so many men afraid of commitment? Many women believe that if a man avoids commitment, he just doesn't like them enough. But that is not always true. There are deeper fears that hold men back, and most of them will not even admit it. Let us break it down. Now, let's take it from the beginning. The first one, fear of losing freedom. That is, will I still be in control? Many people assume that if a man is afraid to commit, it is because he just wants to play around. That is, he's a player. He's not ready to settle down. Some also believe that he does not love the woman enough because if he truly loves the woman, he will not hesitate to be committed. Another assumption, he is not matured or not serious. That is, he needs to grow up and stop wasting her time. But here is the reality. Many men who struggle with commitment actually want love, but something is stopping them. Commitment is not a prison, but many men see it that way. Some men believe that once they commit, they will lose their independence. They will have to give up their hobbies, friends, and lifestyle. They will no longer have the freedom to make their own choices. They worry that relationships come with rules, restrictions, and sacrifices that they may not be ready for. If you have seen other men lose themselves in relationships, like a friend who stopped hanging out after seeing a woman he plans to marry, he might avoid commitment altogether. Now, let's look at this example. Tony loved going to club with his friends almost every night that he is free. But when he started cutting Linda, she wanted more time with him. Tony saw it as control and started avoiding serious talks about their future, even though he liked her. Why? He is afraid of losing himself, not necessarily afraid of love. Next one, fear of making the wrong choice. That is, what if there is someone better out there? Some men do not want to settle for the wrong person and regret it later. They constantly wonder, what if there is someone better out there? In a world full of options, choosing just one feels risky. Social media, dating apps, and modern culture make men feel like there is always a better woman out there. The fear is not just about settling down, it is about settling for less than the best. Questions like this stop them from commitment. What if I meet someone better next year? What if I commit and then realize she's not the one? What if I'm going to be happier being single? Now, let's look at this example now. Richard has an amazing woman he is planning to marry, but he keeps scrolling through Instagram, seeing other beautiful women. Instead of focusing on what he has, he fears making a commitment and later regretting it. The fear of missing out makes commitment feel like a trap. Now, the next one, fear of failure. What if I am not good enough? Yeah, many men fear that they will not be able to handle a serious relationship. Commitment is not just about saying yes to someone, it is about stepping up. Some men are afraid they will not be able to be a strong, reliable partner. They will not be able to provide financially, emotionally, or mentally. But instead of facing the pressure, they avoid commitment altogether. They avoid commitment entirely. Another example: John loves the woman in his life, but avoids the topic of marriage. He believes a real man must provide, and since he is struggling financially, he feels unworthy of commitment. Instead of explaining, he just pulls away. Why? Sometimes men do not avoid commitment because they do not want it. They avoid it because they feel unprepared for it. Now, the next one: fear of getting hurt. That is when a man fears, I can't go through that again. One heartbreak can make a man fear love itself. If a man has been cheated on, betrayed, or blindsided in the past, he might develop emotional walls to protect himself. He convinces himself that getting close means getting hurt. Women cannot be trusted. It is safer to stay alone. Even if he meets an amazing woman, he may push her away before she gets too close, just to avoid another heartbreak. Look at this example. Chris was deeply in love once, but his ex cheated on him. Now, whenever a woman shows genuine love, he feels uncomfortable. Instead of getting committed, he keeps things casual, thinking that if I don't get too attached, I won't get hurt. Why? He is protecting himself from pain, not rejecting love. Fear of responsibility. Am I ready for this? Commitment is not just about love, it is about friendship. Some men avoid commitment because they know that once they get committed, expectations change. They may worry about having to take care of another person emotionally or mentally. They may worry about being expected to start planning for marriage or kids. They may worry about losing the carefree, stress-free life they enjoy. Now, listen to me. If he does not feel mature, stable, or responsible enough, he will delay commitment until he thinks he is ready. Now, look at what happened here. Mark loves the woman in his life, but he always loves his carefree style. He is scared that committing means giving up his fun lifestyle for responsibility and obligations. So he keeps delaying the conversation. Why? Some men do not fear love. They fear the lifestyle change that comes with commitment. Now, let's look at this now. The fear of commitment is not always about not loving you. It is deeper fears and insecurities. But where do these fears really come from? Find out in part 2, the hidden root of fear of commitment. See you in part 2. Thank you.